Buy now, pay later's popularity is growing every passing day. It is so popular among Gen Z that it is their new credit card debt. Let's say you are online looking to buy a trendy jacket. Your card is ready, but your wallet isn't. Then on the checkout page, you see a button, Buy now, pay later. 4 small payments, no interest, no hassle. It feels like a gift, a way to get what you want without breaking the bank. But here's the harsh truth about buy now, pay later. It is not the free lunch it seems to be. It's a shiny trap, luring you into debt just like credit cards did a generation ago. Companies are constantly inventing new methods for customers to spend more, whether it is through credit card or reducing the friction when the customer's at the checkout page. With Buy Now, Pay Later, they converted online window shoppers to actual customers. While doing online shopping, customers usually hesitate when they have to pay the full amount at the checkout page. This is what the hurdle was. So companies invented Buy Now, Pay Later. Buy Now, Pay Later is a payment option that lets you purchase something today and split the cost into smaller payments, usually over a few weeks or months. Companies like Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm have made this wildly popular, especially among younger shoppers. You can buy clothes, electronics, and even furniture and pay in installments, often 4 payments every 2 weeks. The process is simple. No credit card, no high interest rates, just easy payments. It's everywhere. Whether you're shopping on Amazon, Target, or a small boutique website, Buy Now, Pay Later options pop up at checkout like candy at a grocery store. They have made it seamless, built right into the process, so you don't even have to think twice. On top of that, it is advertised as interest-free. The idea of getting something now without extra costs feels like a steal. It is also instant. Unlike traditional loans or credit cards, which require a credit check or paperwork, Buy Now, Pay Later approves you in seconds. You click, you buy, and you're done. That instant gratification is the hook, making spending feel effortless and painless. Though Buy Now, Pay Later might seem like a dream, it comes with hidden dangers that can turn it into a nightmare. The first red flag with Buy Now, Pay Later is how easy it is to overspend. When you see a $200 jacket broken into 4 $50 payments, it doesn't feel like $200. It feels like $50. So you add more to your cart thinking, I can handle these small payments. Before you know it, you've got multiple Buy Now, Pay Later plans running at once. Suddenly, your paycheck is swallowed by the payments you barely remember signing up for. Another danger is the fees. While Buy Now, Pay Later companies advertise no interest, they don't mention the late fees that hit you if you miss a payment. These fees can be steep, sometimes $7 to $10 per missed payment, which adds up fast if you're juggling multiple plans. Unlike credit cards, which give you a month to pay before interest kicks in, Buy Now, Pay Later payments are often due every 2 weeks. If you are not organized or your income is inconsistent, it's easy to slip up. Some Buy Now, Pay Later providers report missed payments to credit bureaus, which can affect your credit score. Let's compare Buy Now, Pay Later to credit cards to see why it's earning the title of the new credit card debt. Credit cards, when they first became popular, promised freedom. You could buy anything and pay later. But that freedom came with high interest rates and minimum payments that kept people in debt for years. Buy Now, Pay Later is different, but sneaky in its own way. It doesn't have the same upfront interest, but it encourages impulsive spending and locks you into rigid payment schedules. Both systems thrive on the same principle, making you feel like you can afford more than you actually can. Studies show that Buy Now, Pay Later users are more likely to overspend than those using cash or debit, just like credit card users. In 2023, the average Buy Now, Pay Later user had 3 active plans at once, with total balances often exceeding $1,000. That's not pocket change, that's debt. Now, you might be thinking, I'm careful, I only use Buy Now, Pay Later for small stuff. But the data tells a different story. A 2024 survey found that 60% of Buy Now, Pay Later users admitted to buying things they wouldn't have otherwise because the payments seemed so manageable. And here's the scary part, 30% of users missed at least 1 payment, racking up fees and stress. The ease of buy now, pay later doesn't just tempt you to spend, it tempts you to spend recklessly. It's like a slot machine. Every click feels like a win, but the house always wins. So why is this a big deal? Because buy now, pay later is growing fast, and it's targeting younger people who may not have the financial experience to spot the risks. In 2024, the buy now, pay later market size in the US hit $30 billion, and they're projected to grow to $200 billion by 2032. Millennials and Gen Z, who grew up wary of credit cards after seeing their parents struggle, are diving into buy now, pay later without realizing it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's not just about one missed payment or one late fee. It's about how buy now, pay later can pull you into a cycle of spending and debt that's hard to escape. Let's talk about that cycle. Imagine you buy a $400 phone with buy now, pay later, splitting it into 4 $100 payments. You're confident you can handle it. But then you see a concert ticket for $120, also with buy now, pay later. It's only $30 a payment, so you grab it. Then a new gaming console catches your eye for $600, but just $150 per payment. Now you're juggling 3 plans with payments due every 2 weeks. If your paycheck is $1,000 a month and you've got rent, groceries, and other bills, those small payments start eating your budget alive. Miss one and the fees pile on. Delay another and your credit score takes a hit. Soon you're stressed, scrambling, and wondering how you got here. All because those little payments didn't feel like debt. Buy now, pay later makes sense for big purchases like a $1,000 fridge or a $500 TV, items you might need but can't pay for up front. But here's what's alarming. People are using buy now, pay later for tiny things, like a $10 burger or a $15 coffee order. You have probably heard the news that DoorDash has partnered with Klarna. This isn't smart budgeting, it's a red flag. If you can't pay for a burger in one go, splitting it into payments doesn't solve the basic problem. Buy now, pay later companies are preying on people with bad money management, encouraging them to spend what they don't have. It's not about helping you afford necessities, it's about squeezing every dollar out of those least likely to say no. Let's see how buy now, pay later works with a simple example. Say you want a $100 pair of sneakers. You choose buy now, pay later at checkout, splitting the cost into 4 $25 payments due every 2 weeks. Sounds manageable, right? But here's how buy now, pay later companies make money. They charge merchants a fee, usually 2 to 8% of the purchase price, for offering buy now, pay later at checkout. Merchants are happy to pay those fees because they've seen more sales from people who use buy now, pay later. So for your $100 sneakers, the store pays the buy now, pay later provider $2 to $8. If you pay on time, the buy now, pay later company pockets that fee and you pay no interest. But if you miss a payment, here come the late fees, often $7 to $10 per missed payment. Miss 2 payments, and you're out $14 to $20 on top of your $100 sneakers. Some buy now, pay later providers also charge interest on longer-term plans, which can hit 20% or more. They're not charities, they're businesses betting you'll slip up. Unlike credit cards, which give you a month to pay before interest hits, buy now, pay later payments are often due every 2 weeks. If your income is irregular or you're not organized, missing a payment is easy. Late fees pile up. This isn't safer than credit cards, it's just sneakier. This is where buy now, pay later mirrors credit card debt. It's not just about the money you owe, it's about the habits it creates. Credit cards taught people to live beyond their means, and buy now, pay later is doing the same, just with a much friendlier face. The psychological trick is powerful. When you don't feel the full weight of a purchase up front, you're more likely to keep spending. Over time, this erodes your financial discipline, leaving you vulnerable to bigger problems down the road. Many buy now, pay later users are those with bad finances, people who struggle to budget, living paycheck to paycheck, or can't afford to repay debt. These are often the same people who can least afford a financial misstep. This is not new. It is similar to the 2008 financial crisis, but on a smaller scale. Back then, banks handed out subprime mortgages to people who couldn't afford them, promising they could pay later. When those borrowers defaulted, the economy crashed. Buy now, pay later isn't mortgages, but the pattern is similar. Companies are profiting by pushing debt onto those least equipped to handle it. You can learn about the simplest explanation of the 2008 crisis in this video. Buy now, pay later is rewiring your brain to see debt as normal. Every time you click buy now, pay later, you're training yourself to prioritize instant gratification over long-term stability. That's the real cost, and it's one you can't put a price tag on. Nowadays, staying debt-free in a world pushing you to spend is the real freedom. Before you buy anything with buy now, pay later, ask yourself, could I pay for this in cash right now? If the answer is no, just don't buy it. This rule forces you to confront the true cost of your purchase and stops you from falling into the small payments trap. If you can't afford it in one go, you can't afford it, period. Impulsive buying of unnecessary stuff on credit will not only ruin your finances, but it will also ruin your peace of mind.